Well, everybody, once again, it's time to go over the budget. What's that old saying? Boats making millionaires out of billionaires. Okay, enough on that, but let's roll over to the spreadsheet and go over these things line by line, and I'll let you know exactly where we're at. Just as a quick review, anything in red with an X by it is a completed part of the project, so those numbers are hard and fast. Everything that's in black is still pending or in process. So the first thing I want to go over real slightly here is the rigging line. I've decided to break rigging out, and we'll go through that detail by detail on another page. But right now you see a number of 6337. That includes a plug number of 4500 and some things that I have included on the rigging side of the budget that I've already completed, and we'll talk about those later. Teak repair here, we've got $285. That's for some wood that I ordered to do the tow rail, and I've got $40 and $35. That's for some other miscellaneous items and for repairing the hatches that the teak molding around that. Next on the item here, we've got the new instruments, and I had some new money that I spent on that, $135, $35, and $191. That's for some cables and some other miscellaneous items. And here we got the solar water heater. We have the $385 that I'd already spent on the solar water heater, and some fittings and whatnot. There'll be some more items coming in on that later, but as of right now, since I haven't installed them on the boat, I haven't got them done on here. Next thing, the washdown pump. I had some fittings and some hoses and some labor on there that I'm still missing. So as of right now, we got $107.38. There'll be a bill from the yard for removing the through-hull fitting that has to go on that. With that said, let's go ahead and roll over to the rigging page and get into some details on that. Now right here at the bottom you'll see a new line entry. It's for rewiring the 12 volt with a dollar amount. I'll go into details on that too, because that is really an expansion of the scope of this project. With that, down the bottom we have all of our totals. Our planned and actual today, it looks like it's gone up to 26,000 and some change, and budget items remaining about 17,000 is what it's saying, and we spent 16,615.41 so far. We'd like to take a break here at the channel from all the action and ask you, if you enjoy what you see here on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button. We'd really appreciate it. Also, give us a thumbs up. The positive feedback is always enjoyed. Well, here's the detail of the rigging work as it is so far. We've got the prep and removal of the mast, as already talked about in last budgeting update at $735. Purchased some sealant for doing the new covers for the halyards and whatnot. That was $14.99. Mast light, we had some new light and some new hardware pieces there for that up at the top, the anchor light. And we had $165 for the new line running up the mast for all the wiring there. We had a crimp kit and some wires and some miscellaneous ends there, as you see. Over down here on the halyards, I put 4 halyards, 2 in each one of the masts. That's shown there, and miscellaneous, that's some covers and nuts and bolts and screws to complete that project. So this is where we're at on the rigging so far. Now with every boat project there's always things that creep up that you didn't see going in. And the rewiring of the boat was something I hadn't really planned on doing, but after watching some videos from Pacific Yacht Systems and looking at the condition of the wiring on the boat, I've decided to go ahead and move ahead on that. So what I want to do is give you guys here a detailed update of what's going on with the budget for that. And in upcoming videos, I'll keep you abreast of what's going on with the work. So here we see the money that's spent on rewiring so far. We've got the double-aught gauge wire there, got the 16 gauge wire and the 14 gauge wire. Those are going to be used for rewiring the galley and the head, what I'm calling the forward part of the boat in the 12-volt system. Got some expenses there for medium bus bars, large bus bars, the actual lights that went into redoing the galley, the under counter lights and the down lights, some terminal strips, connectors. I purchased new switches that are going to be installed, and you already seen one of them installed last week. Some fuse blocks, you'll see that as they're installed and going along. And the big one here, new batteries for the engine room there, right inside the doors. I purchased two 4D AGMs, totaling $739. Purchased some tags for tagging the wires, some miscellaneous items, and a brand new shore power cord, which you saw installed a few video logs ago. So as this work progresses, I'll show you more of how it's done, and I actually am going to do probably a detailed presentation on what I get back from Pacific Yacht Systems. I hired them to be a consultant on the job. I sent them off my line drawings that I did up in AutoCAD for the rewiring of the 12 volt. They are going to provide comments and corrected drawings back, so when those come in, I'll give you guys an update on that too. Thanks a lot.